What's going on, guys?
Poor guy.
Not much.
Nice one.
What's up?
How you doing, officer?
Is this your car?
Well, it's a rent right now. My car's been shot.
The Des Moines Police Department is currently embroiled in a legal issue after it was sued for the sum of $75,000. During the arrest of the plaintiff, it is alleged that the agency caused both physical and emotional harm to the plaintiff.
Taking off. Put it in drive and I.
Okay.
Yeah, officer.
So it's your car, though? Did they give you a
It's
fob or
not
something?
my car, officer.
Did
My
they
car
give you a
is-
key fob or something? Or?
You ready, record?
Yes, sir. Officer.
An investigation has been opened into this matter. Investigations and legal proceedings have been initiated so that we may determine how credible the claims are and ensure that justice is done for all involved parties.
Shake on the ground, and your buddy's giving me the idea that maybe he's got a gun.
Officer Kyle Tice, a seasoned law enforcement officer, handled a routine traffic stop in a manner that was both professional and efficient. He was concerned about the well-being of everyone and questioned everything from firearms to drugs in great detail. The unruffled demeanor with which Officer Tice approached the situation, as well as his continuous questioning of key topics.
There's no shake on the floor?
Officer.
No.
Okay.
It's
All
a
right.
rainstorm.
And you don't have any weapons on you, you said?
Officer, that is correct.
You don't got no weapons on you?
Officer, no, sir.
Go ahead and step out, Montre.
Actually, what I did?
Yep, I just told you why. 3 times. You want me to recap again?
Officer, look, my hands is up.
Yep, your hands are up, and now I'm asking you to step out of the car.
I gave you my ID.
Demonstrated his commitment to preserving public safety on the highways. Officer Tice's demeanor shifted, and he took on an aggressive tone despite the fact that the driver had been helpful up until this point.
Go to jail. I would expect you to please listen. I mean, I told you I'm a cop. Face the car when you step out. Face the car when you step out. Face the car when you step out. Don't flex. Don't flex. I don't know what you're doing, man, but you need to knock that off. I mean, your heart is thumping, dude. Like, you're beaten.
Officer, please, don't.
Don't what? Have a seat.
Okay.
Have a seat. I think that your buddy has a gun, so I need you to step into the car.
You think my
Step
buddy
in-
has a gun?
He's acting funny. Step in the car, please.
Officer,
If you don't step in the car, you're going to jail for sure.
Tice reached for his handcuffs while exuding an air of power, and he used them to bind the driver. Even if the driver cooperated with the officer's demands, the officer's actions nevertheless presented an unsettling display of power, and the unwarranted use of force frightened the witnesses.
Somebody's sitting there like that, like there's a gun right where you know what I mean? Like, I'm telling you, like, that's what happened.
The lawsuit was settled for a total of $75,000, with the city agreeing to pay each of the plaintiffs $25,000 as part of the agreement. Despite this, the ruling sheds light on prospective issues that may arise in the future in legal matters. Officer Tice is the subject of yet another formal complaint, and other law enforcement personnel have been accused of engaging in racial profiling and arbitrary detentions. The fact that the City Council did not pass an ordinance to outlaw pretextual stops means that a great deal of unresolved business remains. An unfortunate event that has stoked controversy led to the arrest of a black quarterback by a law enforcement officer who discovered bird droppings on the quarterback's vehicle. The quarterback, whose identity has been omitted to protect his privacy, was involved in an incident that took place after he parked his vehicle close to a nearby park.
Bird shit?
Yeah,
That ain't bird shit.
I promise you that's bird doo-doo.
I promise you it's not, though.
I swear to God that's bird doo-doo.
Well, I swear to God it's not, because I just tested it and that turned pink.
You can see it on the windshield.
That's not bird poop.
I swear to God that's bird doo-doo.
That's not bird poop.
I swear to
That's a lot of
God.
bird. That's a lot of bird shit, man.
I tried to clean it last night at the gas station. You can.
I can still wipe it off.
It's bird doo-doo.
Alright, okay. No.
On the hood of his automobile, unbeknownst to him, a filthy deposit had been left behind by a flying bird. An officer arrived on the scene after receiving a report from a concerned resident and questioned the quarterback about the claimed damage done to his vehicle. The officer's questions focused on whether the quarterback was responsible for the damage. The officer made the choice to arrest the quarterback, notwithstanding his explanation, citing a questionable charge of vandalism as the basis for his judgment. Concerns have been raised as a result of the incident over the practice of racial profiling, as well as the disproportionate targeting of people of color by police enforcement. A substance that appeared to be cocaine was found in the vehicle that the quarterback was driving, which led to the controversy that surrounded him. However, additional testing established beyond a reasonable doubt that it was, in fact, bird poop and not an unlawful substance. The quarterback's reputation was severely damaged as a result of the fraudulent test results, which generated an outcry. The quarterback may now exhale a sigh of relief now that this information has been revealed, although at the same time, questions are being raised about the accuracy and reliability of the initial testing protocols. By 2010, the police crime lab considered discontinuing methamphetamine and cocaine testing kits. Technology and the need for more precise and efficient drug identification led to the decision. The outmoded kits typically produced equivocal or incorrect results, hindering drug-related prosecutions. To assure high-quality forensic analysis, the department sought newer, more advanced testing methods. This innovative effort is intended to improve the crime lab's ability to combat the ever-changing drug crime landscape and provide justice in the face of illicit drugs.
Yes, my ID. Sorry, yes, my ID, sir.
I don't.
Huh?
I don't.
You don't have any ID? Why are you filming me? Why are you filming me?
Am I being detained?
What?
Can I leave? Am I being detained?
For a moment. Why don't you go ahead and shut that off?
An uncomfortable situation develops when a man records an incident with a camera and focuses on a law enforcement official in the middle of the action.
No, actually, no.
Turn around and face away from me. Do you have any weapons on you? Do you have any weapons on you? Do you have any weapons, sir? Yes or no? Do you have any weapons? Yes. Answer me yes or no, please. Relax.
I don't consent to searches, sir.
I'm doing this for my safety. This is a pat-down search. I have no idea why you're filming the police department, the cars in the parking lot, or filming me. Leave it alone.
He addresses the officer with self-assurance as he asserts his legal rights and inquires as to whether or not he's being held against his will. His tone conveys a sense of resolve. There's a healthy dose of both doubt and suspicion in the air, as well as a strong determination to make sure that accountability is maintained.
What's your
Stay
name and badge
still.
number?
Okay?
What's
Just
your name and
relax.
badge number?
You got any weapons on you?
No, I don't. What's your name and badge
What's this?
number?
It's not a knife, is it?
I don't have no knives on me. I don't have no weapons. I swear. Can I have your name and badge number, please?
Yeah, I'll give it to you in a second.
Okay. I'm not doing nothing illegal, bro.
I don't know why you're filming us. Why are you walking along filming everything? Filming me.
Can I turn the camera around so they can see us?
No, turn around. They can listen to us. You got a recording. Leave it alone.
Why can't I turn the camera
Why
around?
don't you listen? Why do you have a difficult time following instructions? Why are you filming me?
I don't want to answer your question, sir.
Why?
Get your supervisor out here, please.
No.
1564 is your badge number.
That's my badge number. That's right.
Okay, 1564.
Yep. Detective Kyler. Kyler.
Am I being detained?
You're free to go.
I'm free to go.
Don't videotape me no more.
The man's steady hand and unyielding dedication to defending his rights are obvious, which attracts the attention of spectators and emphasizes the significance of individual liberties. As the footage from the camera continues to play, the unfolding dialogue highlights concerns about the precarious equilibrium that exists between personal liberties and governmental restrictions.
Okay, so why was I detained?
I wasn't the officer, I have no idea.
For filming, I was detained.
Okay. If you were filming around a government building, a city government building, or anything, I'd want to come and see who you are too.
Okay, under suspicion of what crime was I detained for, though?
I don't want to see why you're filming the police department. We don't know who you are or what.
Is it a crime to film the police department, bro?
No, it's.
What's your badge number? 604?
Yep. You want me to write my name down for you?
Yes, please.
Sure.
This is ridiculous, guys.
The individual kept his position and steadfastly refused to provide approval for any searches to be conducted on his person. He calmly but firmly emphasized to the police that he was documenting the incident for the sake of protecting his own safety. His commitment was steadfast. His palm was securely wrapped around the camera he was holding, allowing him to capture every scene as it happened. The individual recognized the possible hazards that could arise from interactions with individuals who held positions of authority. Nonetheless, he was a firm believer in the efficacy of openness and responsibility. His unwillingness to cooperate with the search request was motivated by a desire to safeguard his legal standing and make certain that an accurate account of the exchange was preserved. The camera served as his defense mechanism, recording an act of defiance for the sake of individual liberty and fairness. After questioning him for quite some time, the police officer decided to let him go. As soon as the man's shackles were taken off, the tension in the room subsided, but the incident left him with a bad taste in his mouth, and he decided to submit a formal complaint against the police officer. He felt his rights had been trampled upon and sought redress through the proper means. The incident was brought to light and the officer's actions were reevaluated as a result of the complaint, which prompted an internal investigation. By sharing his story, the man hoped to spare others from going through what he had. The ACLU supports people's rights to videotape police in public. The ACLU recently stressed law enforcement transparency and accountability. The organization reminded law enforcement officials nationwide that civilians have the right to film police interactions. The ACLU also empowered and protected anyone who recorded police contacts with detailed rules. The ACLU promotes recording to improve police-public relations. Shortly after a deputy from the sheriff's office in Martin County, Florida, located the vehicle and initiated a traffic stop, the driver of the suspected drunk car pulled over. This incident occurred on July 11, 2023. Unfortunately, it drove up a parking lot curb and crashed into a boulder.
Registration? Nothing? Didn't an ambulance? Zero.
A distinct odor of intoxicants were coming from the vehicle's driver's license and registration when the deputy approached. While attempting to communicate with her, you have no angelic registrations. Her behavior was out of the ordinary, and she seemed to be affected by something.
Driver's license, registration? Do you have any form of identification? Nothing? You speak? Then go ahead and speak to me, okay? You have any type of identification on you? Do you have a purse? Do you have a registration? Anything over there that's yours? No? No. All right. What is your first name? What's your first name? What? Dana. Is this car registered to you? Is this your car? Yes. What are you under the influence of? Alcohol or drugs? Something. You could have killed somebody a moment ago. Okay? It was horrible. You hadn't turned the car off for me. I kind of don't trust you at this point, okay?
The driver was soon identified as a 41-year-old female named Dina. It was discovered that her driver's license was suspended on several occasions and the vehicle was not registered. The officer attempts to engage with her, but her response is absent. He queries whether alcohol or drugs are involved, yet her intense intoxication leaves her oblivious to the situation at hand.
You're kind of not helping me out any, so I can't do much for you. How to turn it off.
Man, where are your keys at?
Who knows? We're not even going that route. Can't even get a name. We pulled over Joan Jefferson, then she jumped the curb and drove up there.
Well, I heard the sirens and I started trying to get out here. I don't know.
Prevented it, was that you up there?
No, I was in town.
Prevented it from crashing and whoever's on top of the bridge. Trying's not gonna help. I still want to know who you are. Keep an eye on her.
Throughout the journey to the jail, Dina's emotions surged uncontrollably. Her cries were marked by hysteria, punctuated by screams, and revealing a stark lack of self-control attributed to her profound intoxication. The pungent aroma of alcohol saturated the deputy's patrol car to an extent that compelled him to adjust the climate control to outside air, resorting to cracking a window in search of respite. Amidst the chaos, he sought cooperation for a broadcast request, urging her involvement. Amid her tumultuous state, she managed disjointed statements involving her son's military affiliation and disclaiming any harm caused. Upon arrival at the jail, she was ushered into the DUI room for processing. Dina's comments were filled with defiance despite the stressful nature of the encounter.
You can head out.
Okay.
Greg's here.
Huh?
My savior's here.
I just told her, I said, is that your landscaping out there? She ruined it.
She didn't hit this. She hasn't hit this
Huh?
yet. She hasn't hit this.
The landscaing right there? Oh, yeah, it's demolished. But I'm
Is
like,
over top of it?
yeah. But I told Travis it's a new property. And the 240 said, was like, it's a new property. So, that's what she said. She's like, yeah, the landlord put all this in.
She only hit one little bush, bro.
Yeah, it's
Never.
What's that?
I have literally never been
This drunk?
off.
Okay. Well, make sure you don't kill anybody. That's why we're stopped here today, okay?
Well, right.
Alright, cool.
I have never been.
Arrested for DUI?
No.
Yes, you have.
Is that what you're trying to, that's what you're trying
Well,
to do?
because I stopped her back there and she went to pull over. And then she turned back in the
Oh,
traffic.
is that what you got is that when the siren hit again?
She turned
Okay.
back in the traffic and she rode up over the curb and
Oh,
cut
shit,
somebody
okay.
off coming back in.
Also, you might as well, yeah, before she goes on oncoming planes, you gotta end them.
Yeah, she didn't pull up on here. She was getting pitted.
That's next level, buddy. That's crazy.
Pedophile.
You're a pedophile? Is that what you said?
What?
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 Y'all let pedophile.
Lean, you can stay in Martin County or yourself. Cool. Go here and make sure that you are not under the influence and that you're okay to drive. okay?
No. No.
I get those 6 o'clock.
You're under the influence.
I am? Not today, but
I'm a piece of shit.
I didn't say that. Again, I'm just here to make sure you're not under the influence and you can drive. That's it.
No.
Alright? We're just making sure you're okay to drive.
Look,
That's it.
Look.
I got somebody to check you out, okay?
Here, look.
I'll be here in a second.
Here, look. Let me tell the truth.
Okay. Why?
Shit.
Why?
I
Nah. Don't worry about that. Why do you think that?
What? Anybody?
Okay, I get it.
Sir.
I get it. It's hot out here. Give me 1 second, okay?
My kids.
I don't know what she's saying.
Subsequently, the deputy requested for a DUI traffic unit to arrive and carry out an investigation.
Sorry, man. They had us all on citrus. That's what we get for being 5 people short, man.
Just go talk to her. You'll figure it out.
What'd you stop her for?
9,000 things with PC.
9,000 things of PC? Okay, just all over the place?
Go talk to her. Be evident. Trust me.
Alcohol or drug?
Can't even tell you. It's so hot out. I had to reach in the car, turn off the car. But I'm assuming alcohol can talk to you.
Hello. How you doing today? Deputy Dave with the Sheriff's Office. The deputy stopped you back there, the sergeant stopped you back there because you were swerving all over the road, he said. Guess a bunch of people were calling you in saying you were hitting the curb and... What's going on? You feeling okay?
No.
What's wrong? Do you have any medical issues? You gonna be able to tell me, can you talk? What's going on with you today? Been drinking this morning, huh?
No. You're not gonna. No. You're not gonna.
I'm just trying to talk to you and you're not talking to me.
No. Shit. No.
I can't hear you.
No.
No what?
No. No.
Do you have any medical issues?
What you're doing.
I'm not blaming you for anything. Can you zip your shirt up for me and then step out of the car?
Oh yeah. I'm a whore. Yeah.
Appreciate it. What's your first name?
Whore.
Well, I'm not going to call you that.
Yeah, just
The officer pressed her for information about her activities, while simultaneously requesting that she change the subject for the time being. He disregarded any unpleasant remarks that were made about her and instead expressed a desire to leave. He made reference to a previous incident on the side of the road in which Dina had refused to participate in field sobriety tests. The officer approached her and asked if she could now speak with them. Dina refuted the officer's account, arguing that it was not accurate.
True. As to what happened.
Okay, tell me your version of what happened then.
You guys tried to vault for you guys wanted to make me. Yeah, you're right. I can't.
So when I came into contact with you, I was called there to do a DUI investigation because the person that pulled you over thought you might be intoxicated.
No, that's not what happened at all, actually.
So do you want to tell me what you think happened?
No, you're contacted to...
Dina, are you willing? I'm asking you now. Are you willing to complete some field sobriety tasks?
No.
I got a camera here, so you're covered.
You refuse to. This has nothing to do with why I was pulled over. Why was I pulled over, sir?
You were asking me why you were pulled over?
Yeah, sir.
Okay. The sergeant was behind your vehicle and you were swerving all over the place and you almost hit some officers that were on another crash scene, and then you pulled over and then swerved back into traffic, and then when you pulled over you pulled up onto some rocks and hit a rock.
So you have that documentation, yes?
Yes.
You have.
That's documented, yes.
You have that.
And then the sergeant made contact with you at your driver's window, made observations, smelled alcohol and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then called me to come do an investigation. And when I got there, you didn't want to talk to me and you were cursing at me.
And why did I not want to talk to you, sir?
I don't know.
What did you say to me?
I asked you general questions. I asked you what
why
your name
did
was.
I not want to say to you, sir?
All right. So
I'm asking you a question.
What I'm going to ask now is I'm going to ask you if you'd like to.
I'm going to ask you.
Yeah.
Which is a question that I am legally allowed to ask you.
Okay.
What did you ask me?
When pressed further, she was asked to recount the events from her point of view. As the officer continued to try to talk her out of her rejection, the tension in the room increased. He made reference to the existence of a camera, which led one to believe that the examinations were being recorded. Dina deflected the attention and questioned the significance of the current predicament. The officer stated once again that the initial stop was made due to the suspect's erratic driving, which posed a threat to the officer's safety.
So yes or no? Are you willing to perform standardized field sobriety tests? Yes or no? Is that a no? Okay, so I'll note that as a no. I'm now offering you an approved test of your breath for the purpose of determining the alcohol content. Are you willing to take the test?
Okay, so
Are you willing to take the breath test?
are you willing to acknowledge the sobriety test from my...
I'm going to read you implied consent, okay?
I'm done. I'm done.
Have a seat, Dana. I'm not playing with you. Sit down. If you refuse to take this test I've requested, your driving privilege will be suspended for a period of 1 year for a first refusal.
Guess what? It was already done.
Okay. So essentially, if this is a subsequent refusal, it's going to be suspended for 18 months.
Yeah. It's official.
Driving privilege has ever previously been suspended, which it has, or you were previously fined.
And why? Why?
Let me finish, okay?
No.
Any criminal proceeding. Do you understand what I just read?
Why?
You'll get an additional misdemeanor charge if you don't.
Answer what I just said.
That's the legislative law. That's the Texas law. That's
you.
It has nothing to do with me. I'm a fact reporter. I'm trying to read you your rights.
Good.
Okay. So are you willing to take the breath test?
Good.
It's a yes or no.
Why don't you just answer what I just asked you?
You're asking me why you have to do this?
No. I'm asking you why the fuck are you being held liable for this shit?
Because you were the one driving the car intoxicated.
Motherfucker. That I was fucking... You don't get it? Wait, you don't get it? You guys fucking... No.
See.
Do you understand how vile and bullshit this entire thing is? Do you get it?
No.
Really? You don't get it?
So do you want to provide a breath sample? With your right to mind, I read you implied consent. You want to provide a breath sample?
My mother?
Mm-hmm.
My mother?
Yep.
My mother?
Mm-hmm.
You hear me?
I'm listening to what you're saying. Your
you
mother.
Listen?
Uh-huh.
Shh. Actually, courts.
Okay. I don't care.
Good. Guess what?
Yeah, I don't care if your mom wants to.
Court for fucking. Guess what?
That's good for her.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. She really got.
That's not what I'm here for, though.
Yeah. No, you're not.
No.
Yes, no, of course.
No. Story time is over now.
Yeah, story is.
So what I need to know is if you're willing to take the breath test.
He made a reference to the exchange between the sergeant and the officer who detected the odor of alcohol. Dina rebutted his statement by questioning her lack of communication and daring her to reuse curse words. The officer questioned his strategy and rehashed the request that Dina get out of the car. After he asked for clarity, she was forced to think back to the time it happened. As he repeated the inquiry concerning field sobriety testing, looking for a definitive yes or no response, his level of frustration increased. The officer's voice remained calm as he said, "Are you willing to provide a breath sample while keeping your rights in mind?" He brought her attention to the law about implied consent. Dina's comments continued to be jumbled, and she occasionally brought up her mother as if to object. The officer reassured her that he was listening despite the fact that she was in an emotional state. In spite of her protestations, he admitted that he could see things from her point of view. He concentrated on the issue at hand and solicited her participation in order to conduct a breath test. He made a veiled reference to her attempt to distract him by announcing that story time has ended. Dina's resistance remained, and a resounding no echoed her reluctance. The officer took note of the refusal and explained her stance on the concept of implied consent. He questioned her once more, this time inquiring as to whether or not she was continuing to refuse the test. He communicated the possibility of involving other people if that turned out to be required, and emphasized the potential unpleasantness that doing so may cause. Dina found herself facing a series of misdemeanor charges, each compounding her legal predicament. These charges encompassed driving under the influence for the second time, accompanied by the refusal to submit to testing, an act that that further escalated her situation. The list of offenses extended to include her failure to register her motor vehicle, an oversight that contributed to her legal troubles. A significant factor exacerbating her circumstances was the fact that she was driving with a suspended license, marking this as a second offense. However, the gravity of her situation was underscored by the additional layer of complexity. Dina was already under the weight of a $200,000 bond related to theft and fraud charges. This ongoing legal entanglement loomed large as she faced these new charges. As the legal proceedings unfolded, her financial obligations escalated, and the cash or surety bond for this incident being set at an imposing sum of $150,000. This confluence of charges and bonds painted a challenging road ahead for Dina as she navigated her legal battles.